Season 7.5. Everything new. Marvel Rivals. Starting with the dev blog. Let's go.
Hello everyone, Guang Guang here. Glad to see you all again so soon.
New hero, new team ups. Let's go.
Welcome to Season 7.5 of Marvel Rivals. Back in Season 7, Spider-Man and Black Cat successfully pulled off their Trojan horse plan, using Felicia's tablet delivery to Kingpin as a distraction. Spider-Man broke into the vault and rescued our imprisoned heroes. But then Felicia discovered that Kingpin's mysterious benefactor was none other than the Gilded Saint, the demonic patron behind the New York Thieves Guild. Would she really feel comfortable handing the tablet over to the less than benevolent god? In Season 7.5, Black Cat breaks into Marvel Rivals. Black Cat is an agile duelist and an elusive master thief. With her exquisite martial arts and incredible mobility, she can infiltrate any location
Another
and
melee
the
DPS
with ease. In combat, she uses wall climbing and double jumps to navigate
high
between
mobility
friend and foe, waiting for the perfect moment to steal her enemy's fortune with her grappling hook.
Grappling
she
hook?
uses this stolen fortune.
Wait. Did you say steal your enemies? Steal her enemy's fortune. It's another Bucky? Oh no. No, not more displacement.
To buff her own combat power.
Buff her own combat power. So wait, it's like Rogue?
Enhanced cross strikes to deal heavy damage.
Okay.
Whether the enemy
she has a buff.
team is holding a tight defensive line or scattered across the map, Black Cat can use her Phantom Pursuit to close the gap.
There's like a lot of movement options.
With razor sharp claws, and then safely disengage. When she activates her ultimate ability, she issues a calling card to all enemies before striking like a phantom, instantly dashing to any target to deliver lethal damage. What's more, she can...
Bro, so far she sounds like Daredevil on roids.
Trade her stolen fortune with the Gilded Saint, pulling rare treasures from the New York Thieves Guild vault, like the Ring of Jonah, the Hymn of Hades, and even the...
This would make a lot more sense if I knew anything about Marvel.
These artifacts not only boost her own abilities, but also create unexpected tactical advantages for the whole team. This update also brings a brand new team-up ability. Black Cat, White Fox, and Captain America.
Captain America gets a team up? Yo! Hold up.
New Lucky Loan team up.
Yo, let's go.
Black Cat is the team up anchor.
Okay.
Providing White Fox and Cap with some of her...
Yay! Dude, Cap actually gets a new ability. I'm actually so excited now.
White Fox receives a spatial boost to her life energy. Upon activation, White Fox channels this vitality into her Gumiho powers, launching multiple spectral fox tails in all directions. These tails automatically seek out nearby targets, granting healing and a movement speed boost to allies.
So is this like a
while
AoE?
Damage and applying a slow effect to enemies.
Oh, an AoE slow?
Meanwhile,
I don't like that.
Captain America Vibranium Shield
lucky
also
upgrade.
gets a lucky
What is
upgrade.
it? What is it?
When raised, the shield's protective radius is
It's a bigger
expanded,
shield.
and its deflection becomes
pinpoint
accurate.
It's an actual... Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Exactly where his crosshair is aiming. The full balance patch notes will be released in a few hours.
We're doing this the next day.
Tuned.
So they're already out. So after this video, we'll go check that out.
Although
time to skill shot a Maggle? Yeah, dude. A bigger shield? That's actually so sick. I wish that's how it was all the time, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
Spider-Man managed to rescue his fellow heroes from the vault. The prison held something far more dangerous. Ever since his defeat at the end of Season 1, Dracula had been secretly imprisoned by Kingpin. Spidey's jailbreak inadvertently set the Vampire King free. Even worse, Dracula met up with a Knowing Stone from Kingpin's private collection. The Vampire Crisis has returned, and to stop the Lord of the Eternal Night from reclaiming his
Dracula
throne,
returned. This is why you execute your enemies.
An all-new adventure. But this time, will Kingpin set aside his vendetta for the sake of his beloved city? Thanks to Zhiyong sacrificing his hairline, our brand new PvE mode is arriving even earlier than promised.
Oh,
After
what?
The April 23rd
the new PvE mode comes out April 23rd. Wow.
Update. Everyone can dive into the PvE mode, Blood Hunt. With an all-new storyline,
Looks
4
cool.
epic new boss battles, a fresh hero progression and trait system, and a brand new loot system, we are bringing you a more immersive and thrilling gameplay experience.
All right, so I guess this is like a new run of the zombies mode. That's what it looks like. With like more boss mode or more bosses, different stuff. Okay, fair enough.
What?
Okay. Personally, I've never really cared for it. I didn't like the zombies mode very much. It wasn't my thing. I could see how some people like it. I'm glad they're doing it. That's great. I'll probably play like once and not play. But it adds, I think goes back to what we were talking about, where they do cater to casuals, which is good. It's going to bring more people into the game.
Come to the next chapter of Marvel Rivals PvE.
Hellfire Gala. Huh?
Following the April 23rd update, the 2026 Hellfire Gala event will officially begin.
Once a year thing?
We've prepared stunning new themed costumes and exclusive cosmetics for Magic.
Ooh. Ooh. So this is Magic. That looks good. This is Moon Knight. That looks good. This is Emma. She's green. Wait. Or is that Phoenix? That looks like Phoenix. That has to be Phoenix. And then this is Gambit. Why does it say Emma?
Gambit, Moon Knight, Emma Frost, and
Where's Emma?
Phoenix. Get ready to dress.
They're still working on Emma?
Plus, the winner of the 2025 Hellfire Gala Community Vote, the Emma Frost Gala Star costume, will be given away for free to all players.
Yay!
Just
Free
play
skin.
matches to claim it. At the same time,
free skin.
Star costume.
So that's the Emma skin. Okay.
Will
Fair
be
enough.
given away for free to
Hopefully
all
it looks
players.
good in game.
Just play matches to claim it.
Play matches to play it.
At the same time,
okay, fair enough.
The community vote for the next Hellfire Gala costume will kick off with the update. We invite everyone to
the first costume they put out that looks something like Emma would actually wear. Ooh.
Their votes. The hero with the most votes will receive an exclusive costume in next year's Hellfire Gala, which players will again be able to.
Remember Hulk players, Emma could have been a Hulk skin.
And for free just by playing the game.
Path to Doomsday. Okay, what's this?
After the April 30th update, we'll be kicking off Phase 1 of the Path to Doomsday event. The all-new mode, Path to Doomsday, the Avengers mode, will let you experience the thrill of asymmetric combat playing as or against Loki.
Huh.
Meanwhile, Times Square will feature a series of events. Let's relive the glory of the Infinity Saga right here in Marvel Rivals.
Uh-oh.
Zhiyong is still hard at work on balance adjustments. Please keep an eye out for the upcoming detailed balance patch notes. Ignite the battle.
Okay. So that looks interesting. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of like cosmetic stuff there. Not too much substance. So I just want to go into the Black Cat trailer reveal character. It's only a minute and a half long, so we're going to watch the whole thing. I'm not going to say anything. Then we can go back and break it down. All right. Okay.
Alicia's here to steal a win. Good fortune for me.
She has her own money mechanic?
Cat's claws.
That's a weird animation.
Me, ouch.
That's very weird.
Let's make a deal.
Ooh.
Peekaboo.
Diablo? Oh,
So
what?
stealthy.
See people through walls? Her primary attack seems really slow and boring.
Eat your heart out, strange.
What?
Deliciously dangerous.
Dude,
Now's the
she looks like she can do
perfect
so
time to
many
strike.
things. The ult. And she can go invisible?
You crossed my path. Good boy, Petey. Meow.
Huh?
The new value
Thank you, KFC. Please stop. All right.
feast is here.
Oh, my Lanta. Thank you, YouTube, for putting an ad at the end of the video. All right. Okay, let's go back and take it slow. All of a sudden, now the audio isn't working. Dude, YouTube is so good. Thank you. Okay, let's go slow. All right, so she's a duelist. We know she can
Alicia's
fly,
here to
and then
steal
I want to
away.
look at this like level up mechanic.
Good fortune for me.
Bro, YouTube.
Good fortune for me.
Guys. The enshittification, it's real.
Good
Okay.
fortune for me.
Okay, so it's an ability, it looks like. So she uses E,
Fortune.
gets 400,
me.
it goes on cooldown for 5 seconds. Okay. I don't see what the point of that is. So she can wall climb, she has 2 dashes, kind of like BP. Every time she hits somebody, she's stealing money. She did 3 hits there. She got up to 700. Okay. Her right click is also a dash that puts her in another ability. And then it gives her the E. And that's what jumps forward. And how long is that cooldown? It didn't go on cooldown. Did it use money? It used money. Okay. So this is a resource then. Gotcha.
Claws.
Okay. So I don't see a meter, so she can just wall climb forever. It looks like it's an only upward wall climb. It's not sideways at all. What we can tell here. Uses the dash, which does damage. How much did the dash do? 150?
Me. Ow.
Gotcha. And then you can use that immediately.
Let's make it.
Okay, what is this? So this is stuff you can spend the money on. This is your F cooldown.
Me. Ouch. Let's make.
Okay, so this is the portal through wall we saw later. There should be a flame orb.
A deal.
No, wait. So there's a flame orb, and then there's the see-through walls thing. Is
Let's
that
make
what
a deal.
this is? Tablet of Destiny. Use that. Wait. What is this? Hang on. Let's slow this down so I can really see what's going on here. Playback speed. Okay. So 100 uses it and then gets 1,000? I don't understand that. And then now we're using this, and that costs 100. And then we throw the ability up, and then that reveals everybody on the map. Everybody in an area? They showed it giving 1,000 here, but my guess is it's a roulette. You go that to do frame by frame. Oh, that's really good to know. Thank you. Okay, interesting.
So stealthy.
And then she used invisibility. Hang on. What is with this invisibility?
Peekaboo. Hup. Stealthy.
What does that begin?
That's how we do it, Padua.
Is it just me, or does her primary look different? Like, sometimes it's just the claw like it is here, and then sometimes it's like a full whip. Right?
Eat your heart out, strange. Deliciously dangerous.
What is that? Looks like a shield?
Now's the perfect time to strike.
Yeah, I mean, looking at numbers, I don't think it's going to be very helpful.
You crossed five.
I don't know what the ult does. It, like, throws out cards and marks everybody. There's a cap of 1,000, and then does it like reset your dash?
You crossed five paths.
None of her abilities are going down. So can she just spam all of her abilities during her ult? Ult does percentage-based damage? Oh, I hate that. Yay, Tank Buster!
Good boy, Petey. Meow.
Okay, she seems cool. As always, I'm just going to say they always look super broken. We don't know until he gets in the game. There's going to be skill curves. There's going to be like damage points and things that we don't realize. So we'll wait until it's actually in the game. But the idea of it, I think, looks cool. I think it looks fine. Yeah. Should be okay. Hang on. Anyway, let's get into the balance. This is the big thing that I'm excited for. I'm ready to see what's going on. Let me read chat real quick and then we'll go for it. Assuming her numbers are decent, she'll probably be pick, ban, and pro based on utility. Maybe. Portal really opens up the map and checkpoint in new ways. Very true. All right. Balance post. We've got another round of tweaks. Rolling out brand new chain CC protection system to save you from endless stun locks. Bucky Barnes is trading in his crowd control for pure firepower, and Ultron is expanding his robotic wrath across the battlefield. That all sounds great. All right. Chain CC protection. I'm very interested to see how this goes. In Season 7.5, we introduced the Chain CC protection mechanic to ensure combat remains fluid and fair. Here are the specific rules. The trigger. If a hero suffers 5.5 seconds of total CC duration or is hit by 6 CC effects within a 7-second window, Chain CC protection activates. That sounds like it's not going to happen often. Yeah, that's exactly what I was reading there. CC chain basically does nothing, by the way, except for extreme scenarios. This is a lot. This part actually happens to me quite often on Hulk. I get frozen, and then the enemy team is good enough to leave me frozen for a couple seconds. Then I get slept, and the enemy team is smart enough to leave me slept for a couple seconds. Something like that. Like, this is definitely a thing. This part, 6 CC effects within a 7-second window, this is probably never going to happen. This one I can see happening pretty often. This instantly purges all active CC effects and grants the hero 30% tenacity. What is 30%? What is tenacity? Anybody know what tenacity is? Let me put on the music again. New effect. Okay. Scaling tenacity. Tenacity proportionally reduces the duration of incoming CC. While active, every new CC effect applied to the hero increases their tenacity by 10% and extends their buff's duration by 0.5. Total immunity. If tenacity reaches 100%, the hero becomes completely CC immune until the buff expires. During this window, incoming CC will not grant further tenacity or extend the immunity duration. Cinematic exceptions. Certain animation-driven CC effects, such as Emma Frost, Carbon Crush, and Monster Hulk's World Breaker, bypass this system. Tenacity cannot reduce their durations, nor will they be interrupted if chain CC protection triggers. Any standard CC effects applied during these cinematic moves will be cleared and tenacity applied only after the ability concludes. Okay, I like that. That means what that is saying is Emma grab Hulk when he ults and then uses the ult to grab somebody and like pop, 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 pop. When he does that, those are not going to be affected, which is fine because those would be completely worthless. The chain CC protection has a 5-second cooldown, which begins the moment the final tenacity effects expire. Okay. This is another thing that, like, we have to see in game. It sounds good. I think the idea here is great. I think you can't just remove CC in a game like this because high mobility characters are just going to go crazy, and eventually with the skill curve of the game, people are just not going to have fun and they're going to get overridden. So I think having CC in the game is a necessary evil, and I think doing something like this, it puts the, you know, it makes it a little bit more fun for the people who usually get CC'd, i.e. mostly tank players, like that. So we'll see how that goes. I want to see this in game. Vanguard, Emma. We are slightly lowering energy cost of the White Queen's ultimate to boost her suppression power in the ground. Time to shine. Reduce energy cost from 34 to 31. Okay. So this to me tells me that they are aware of a problem and they're afraid. That's what this tells me. So people complained about Emma Frost for a very long time because she's kind of an anti-tank tank. When she's in the game, at least like for the majority of the time, like of the previous seasons, it was like she was a must pick or ban because she bodied all of the other tanks. And I think they see that Emma Frost is not particularly good right now. She's like fine, right? Better than Penny. But she's just like, eh. And they want to make her better, but they're scared of breaking her. And so instead of actually addressing like why she's bad, they just give her like more frequent ults, which is actually pretty good considering the ult charge nerf, the global ult charge nerf. But yeah, it's just like they're like throwing Emma a bone, but not an actual buff. That makes sense. What's up, Gipend? I'm not sure. Okay. Emma should either get back her 500 shield or make her lose charge slow. I don't like making her lose charge slow. I wouldn't mind 500 health shield. I think that would be nice. Honestly, I would keep the 400 shield, keep the charge slow. I would give her back her damage on the grab, and I would even make the cooldown longer for Diamond Form grab. So like so that way it's a choice, right? It's like I have an 18-second cooldown, but if a support is out of position, I could grab them and slam them into a wall and basically insta-kill them, but I'm gonna probably die in the next 18 seconds. Maybe. But that's just me. Alright, Deadpool, Tank Pool. We're slightly dialing back Vanguard's pool burst damage and the survivability gains from his gun form ultimate. Gotta keep things fair, even for the Merc with a mouth. Reduce the ban hammer. Hang on. Hey. You love to see this. Where are we at? Reduce the band hammer, gun form ultimate ability, bonus health gained per hammer hit from 80 to 60 and from 80 to 70. Reduce the band hammer gun form damage dealt per hammer for 45 to 35. Reduce bonus attack speed provided by Deadpool in your area to dual Desert Eagles. Vanguard from 60% from 40%. 40%. Holy, that's actually huge. So if you don't know, the reason why we always bring this up, we look at the tank pool. Deadpool in your area, which should be E, right? This is the little boost you use. You shoot like pop, 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 and then you pop the E and it's like dot, 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 dot. This is gonna kill the character. Yeah, for sure. Like 60% to 40% is actually massive. This other stuff is like, eh. I think. I mean, I don't mind the bonus health gain. I think the damage dealt is stupid. But yeah, this is going to be rough. This is going to be really rough. Like, this is the thing that actually makes Tank Pool worth it. Is like the amount of damage he can put out. Also, why... There you go. Yeah, Tank Pool dead. Penny Parker! We're slightly reducing Penny's base survivability, but enhancing the deployment range and protection of her cyber... while also improving the hit experience of her primary attack. Ooh, I like this. That sounds good. This aims to strengthen Penny in positional warfare. She's already... I don't care about positional warfare. It's boring. The majority of the player base hates this aspect of Penny. Why are we... Now she can cover more ground with her cyber webs, and flexibility using her support effects will help her team handle specific enemy dives with more ease. So does this mean the player base complains so much about dive being half decent for half of a season that they're like, please give us Penny? Reduce base health from 700 to 650. Increase the maximum number of cyber webs that can exist simultaneously on the field from 3 to 4. Lovely. Increase bonus health cap provided. I hate this. Increase cyber web cluster projectile speed. Okay, this is a good change. Let's just double check though. Heroes, Penny. Should just be her left click, yeah? Cyber web cluster, yeah. Increases cyber web cluster projectile. Okay, that's nice. Her primary fire is poopy. So that's a lot better. That is a lot better. I guess for Nettie's double nest was peak Penny. Good lord. This is... I like the primary change, but again, like, we need to make that video about good character design and bad character design. Because, like, I feel like consistently in these balanced patches, they're just missing what people don't like about characters, about playing against characters or about playing characters. We have to make that distinction because playing against Penny is awful because of all of these things, and now they're making that worse, except for the health. And then playing as Penny... This is awful, and they are making that better. So it's like they just like don't understand what it's like to play against these characters for the majority of the player base. I don't like it. I don't like it. Elsa, okay. Is this the patch to finally destroy Elsa? Elsa's mobility and her threat level against vanguards. The Monster Hunter needs to pace her out there in the time stream. Increase Helix Advance cooldown from 8 seconds to 10 seconds. Why can't you have... Dude, this video is a mess. Alright. Increase Helix Advance cooldown. Helix Advance. So her shift from 8 seconds to 10 seconds. Cooldown at mass passive stacks from 2 seconds to 4 seconds. Okay, this was so necessary. Like, I have many times seen an Elsa who's low, and I'm playing Hulk, and I'm chasing the Elsa. It's like, I jump, and then she pushes me away. And then I jump, and she pushes me away. And then I jump, and she pushes me away. And she's literally, like, almost impossible to kill unless I hit an exile or I hit a clap. But even if I hit a clap, she gets the bonus health anyway, so it, like, doesn't even matter. So, like, this is probably too much, but it's time. Elsa needs to be nuked. Reduce monster piercer percentage damage per pellet from 1.2 to 0.8. Monster piercer? Is that right? Okay, so this is the big attack when after you use your what? After you use your E. Nice. Reduce total percentage damage when all 5 pellets hit from 6 to 4. When all pellets hit, damage against a 275 HP hero drops from 81.5 to 76. Against a 700 health hero, it drops from 107 to 93. Okay. That also means minus 50% on her overshield. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. This seems like too much to me. I would have put this at 3 seconds. I'm fine with this change. She did kind of hit like a truck against tanks. But, yeah, it's the right direction. So I'll take it. Human Torch. We're tweaking the Human Torch mobility mechanics to boost his burst mobility and enhance his gameplay pacing. At the same time, we want his movements to be a bit more predictable for his opponents. Flame on, but with a plan, rivals. Oh boy. Torch. Torch definitely needs some adjustments. Plasma body mechanic adjusted. Plasma body. So a shift. Dude, I hate this website. So his shift. Upon casting, he immediately dashes a short distance in the direction of movement and enters the plasma body state for 4 seconds. This ability now has 2 charges with a 10-second recharge time per charge. There's a 4-second cooldown between consecutive casts. Okay, so this is reminding me of Ultron, the way Ultron dash works. So right now, the way it works is more like a sprint with a bar. You could just like sprint around for a little bit. Now it's going to be a burst, and then you stay in a sprint mode for, what was it, 4 seconds? You can do it twice. Remove hitbox manipulation and force him to move in a predictable manner. I don't know if I agree with that assessment. Okay, you got chat is saying that this is a bad change for Torch. I think this is probably gonna be a good change because I'm reading it like the Ultron stuff. So if we go into game here, and I'll move it. Okay. See. The big problem with Torch is that he's hard to play and hard to play against. He's got both of them, right? He's hard to play against. So when you get a good Torch player, it's like, holy, they've mastered how hard he is to play, and he's still hard to play against. So I think they're trying to get rid of this type deal, where you can fly around really fast and be really hard to hit. And so now it's going to be more like this. Where it's like, you dash in the direction. Now I'm in a sprint speed for 4 seconds, and that'll be better. This means you can't toggle shift on and off to do little micro movements. That's true. But at the same time, I think this is going to be better because I prefer like burst abilities, because this doesn't really feel good to play as Torch, right? Like this doesn't feel good. I could be wrong. But but it just doesn't feel great. I like the burst ability. So when you're fighting against an Ultron, it's not as annoying as fighting against the Torch, because it's like, oh, he used the movement ability. After this, he's going to be easier to kill, right? It's easier to plan against. It'll be a little bit more difficult than that. I'm not sure. I think this sounds to me like a good change. And then they might just have to... Right, but Ultron doesn't need to get as close. Well, that's why their Torch has 2 charges then. If we bring up this, it says he has 2 charges though. This ability now has 2 charges with a 10-second recharge time per charge. There's a 4-second cooldown between consecutive casts. If you gave Ultron a shotgun primary, would he be functional? I mean, you'd have to buff how he works. But Torch doesn't just have a second one. I think he would. But again, like a lot of Torch's gameplay, he doesn't want to be close. I've been playing Torch a lot recently. This will genuinely kill him unless they emergency buff him or revert this. He already wasn't very good. I don't agree. I think Torch was decent. I think Torch was perfectly fine. I think he played into a area denial mechanic that like most people can't really use or get value out of. And I think this makes it easier for him to actually do that. You can dash in and then dash out. I think this is actually going to be great. A lot of the problem, like when you're playing Torch is playable. Yeah, he's definitely playable right now. I think he's actually decent. When you're playing Torch, let's go over. A big problem with Torch is you can't get in and out, right? So like if I'm fighting people over there, I'm like throwing stuff, I'm hiding, I get my E out, right? And then it's like, oh, somebody's out of position, I'm gonna get a kill, and now I'm in here. And if it doesn't work, I'm just dead. There's no chance to get out. So, but now you can use the dash to like get in, do some damage, and then use the second dash to get out. I think that's gonna be a healthy change for Torch. But I can see how other people can disagree with me. I'm going to say we'll see that in game, but that's my read. My read, this is actually going to be good for Torch overall. It might be net bad to begin with until they adjust numbers. I could be wrong. I've not seen a single Torch main like this. I could be wrong, but I'm staking my flag in the ground. I think this is going to be a positive change for Torches. That's what it is. We'll see on patch day and probably a week after patch day once people are actually used to it. People didn't like the Jeff reworks, but it ended up being healthier for the games. True. So we'll see. Bucky. Holy patch. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 changes? 5 changes for Bucky? Wow. Dude, what? Bucky had a bit too much CC, which caused some serious frustration for enemies, especially when facing dive vanguards, duelists, or anchor vanguards. He felt like more like a bodyguard than a lethal operative. Yeah, we're reducing his CC capabilities and slightly buffing his frontal damage output to enrich his combat experience and make him feel like the true soldier he is. Thank you. Bro, 5 changes is insane. All I read was this, but holy, thank you for letting me know. All right. Remove Trooper's Fist grounded effect on enemies. Really? Thank you, Denny. Wow. Trooper's Fist, so his shift. So when he punches people, it had a grounded effect. Reduce cooldown from 12 to 10 seconds. I love this. I hate grounded effects. They're so annoying. The only one that I'll tolerate is the Thing, because in order for him to actually like use it, the flyer has to mess up really bad, or like the movement person has to mess up really bad. So yeah, this is good. Reduce the cooldown, great. Increases biotic hook cooldown from 12 to 15 seconds. That's significant. Increase Rolter Stern projectile damage. Hang on. Okay, so this is a left click. Increases left click damage from 75 to 80. Decrease spell field damage from 55 to 45. Okay. It does 5 more, but 10 less. I don't like the spell field on this anyway. I'd prefer if people were just better at hitting their shots. But this, I don't like that the number changed. He's -5. Reduce tainted voltage single charge energized time from 6 to 5. Okay, so the E, he can use them more often. Energized time. What does energized time mean? Is that just the... cooldown? Okay, that's the cooldown. Why did they say energized time? That's really weird instead of cooldown. Increase Kraken impact culling threshold from 15% to 20%. So that's his ult, no? Culling threshold. Yeah, so if you guys don't know how Bucky's ult works, he hits you and then there's a red chunk on your bar. And if your health gets below that red chunk, then you instantly die. Now it's going to be from 15 to 20%. That's significant. Dang. Reduce base damage from 80 to 70. Wow. Okay. Bucky dead? Yeah, this is probably going to kill Bucky. Especially like this change here. Because like they're taking away a lot of this stuff, but then they're not buffing his damage enough. It's like Bucky is not the same type of threat as like a Punisher with a shotgun, right? If you're diving and there's a Punisher with a shotgun, it's like, I'm going to die, so I have to get out. Bucky was more like, Bucky's not going to kill me, he's going to prevent me from leaving, which will allow his team to kill me, right? So, like, you have to increase his damage if you're going to take away, like, what he does. And so, not only did they take away what he does, they also decreased his damage. This is an overall decrease of 5 damage. I mean, I guess this is a slight damage boost. So is this. And then they reduce the damage. So yeah, Bucky's dead. Now here's the question though. Bucky's probably dead. Is that a bad thing? I don't think the way Bucky has been played for the past 7 seasons has actually been good for the game. I think he is not super fun to actually play, and I think he's very annoying to play against. So I'd say this is actually a step in the right direction, but it's going to come with him basically being useless for at least half of a season. Until the next patch hits, unless they do an emergency puff, he's going to enter, like, Blade territory. All right. Who's next? Oh, that's it for DPS. Wow. Really? Kind of shocked. I'm really shocked. That's it. Wow. Okay. His single target damage is stronger, but he won't shred groups as hard. Press damage only hits you if the projectile damage doesn't damage you. The projectile doesn't hit you. His single target damage is stronger, but he won't shred groups as hard. Yeah, I mean, technically true, but it's not enough to actually, like, do anything, to be honest. All right, Adam Warlock. Giving Adam Warlock a little cosmic boost to his healing capabilities. Increased cosmic cluster cooldown reduction. So this is his healing. Cosmic cluster is right-click healing. No, wait, what? Oh, no, this is the cooldown. So they're talking about when you cooldown reduction provided to avatar lifestream per hit on an enemy from 0.3 seconds to 0.4. Okay, I think that's fine. I feel like the 0.5 patches are very rarely very extensive. They have said they don't like half-season meta overhauls. That's fair. I don't mind that. This seems nice. Is it going to be enough? Maybe. Probably not. The thing with Adam is, like, if you guys saw, I'm pretty sure on Okami's tier list, he had Adam pretty high up. Right? Like, Adam is technically good. The problem with Adam is the way that the vast majority of the player base plays the game means that Adam Warlock is bad for them. So, like, he's a good character that the player base has no idea what to do with or how to play with, or, like, they don't even use. It's like having a really good dive character in a poke meta, right? Like, but, like, nobody knows how to use the dive. It's, like, very, very interesting. Alright. Cloak and Dagger. We're slightly reducing the duration of Cloak and Dagger's ultimate. Reduce Eternal Bond duration from 13 to 11. That is huge. One of the reasons people play Cloak, I think, like, actually, I wouldn't say the only, but the main reason people still play this character is just because the ultimate is 13 seconds. Like, that's it. She's easier to dive than most characters, than most backlines. She doesn't have a lot of burst healing. She doesn't have a lot of movement. She doesn't have a lot of utility outside of the blind. The only real thing that she has that's, like, miles above everybody else is the length of her ultimate and the size of her ultimate. And, like, 2 seconds off of that is significant. That also means that if you have a Loki Cloak backline, you go from 26 seconds of invulnerability to 22. Like, this is a big nerf. It is impossible to dive on Daredevil. Your cooldowns are longer than hers, so you can't soft dive. I don't agree with that. I like diving Cloak. You have to soft dive to get her to use her fade, back out, and then get back in. And you can't use everything. But that's also a Daredevil specific problem. Like, on Hulk and Cap, it's, like, way easier. I'm assuming they're saving that off at the end, so the time with all 4 dashes will be the part affected. Yeah, it's like the overall. I think this is probably going to kill Cloak and Dagger. I think 2 seconds is enough to where C&D is just going to, like, be removed completely. Jeff! We're slightly reducing the pressure our favorite Landshark puts on the enemy backline. Good boy, Jeff, but let's get them a breather. Joyful Splash damage falloff now starts at 15, and damage drops to 60% of base at 30. I would assume that's the left click. The left click now doesn't do as much damage. Far away. That's nice. Reduce its Jeff ultimate ability recovery time when failing to swallow any targets from 1 second to 0.4 seconds. Okay. I don't like this change. I don't like this change because if you are bad enough to not get anybody, you should be punished for it and die instantly. Oh, yeah. But I think it's fine. I'm just being silly. That long time. Yeah, I think this is still enough. That long time is pretty egregious. So if you don't know what they're talking about, there's a little animation. I just want them to fix his bugs. Yeah. I mean, that would be nice. There's a little animation for Jeff if he misses everybody. where he sits up and he makes that sound. And he's not CC immune. He can't use any of his abilities. He can like barely move around like that. Basically, it's a 100% death sentence. If you miss anybody, because chances are you're in the back line. You're in the back line going for, you know, you're going for something, right? So if you use it here, you're like right next to all the enemies. Like you're just dead. I think it's gonna be nice, you know? Now it'll be a 98% death sentence. Yeah, pretty much. It'll be really nice at low ranks, honestly. That means low-ranked Jeffs can get away with more things. Now that I say it like that, it's probably not the best thing. All right, what's next? Luna. A small encore for Luna Snow to enhance her base combat abilities. Increase light and dark ice damage and healing from 22 to 24. Slight buff to Luna. I think she needed it. I don't think she was good. I think she was pretty bad. I think this combined with the C&D nerf, these two are probably going to switch places now. That's my guess. I know some Jeffs just ult for the puddle and then eat air somewhere safe. Good lord. That's hilarious. I'm just picturing 5 bronze players shooting the floor around Jeff. We've seen it too many times. Ultron. Ooh, Ultron changes. A lot of Ultron changes. They just keep going. We're expanding the battlefield coverage of Ultron's ultimate. There are no strings on him. We've adjusted the logic of Ultron's ultimate. The 4 Ultron drones surrounding Ultron will no longer shoot directly at the crosshair target. Instead, they will bombard the area around the target. The bombardment area matches Ultron's, but with slightly lower values. With this adjustment, the coverage area of Rage of Ultron is increased from 3 meter radius to a 6 meter radius. Okay. So I think that was a technical way of showing how they increase the radius. I'm going to kind of forget about all this stuff and not get bogged down in words and just assume that it's now a 3 meter, from a 3 meters to 6 meters. So it's bigger area. After activating the ultimate, increase Ultron's raise damage from 8 to 18. 18? Increase the drone's damage from 8 to 18. Wow. That is significant. New spell field damage fall off. Starts at 1.5 meters after they explode with a max fall off. Okay. Increases healing effect. Holy shit. Wow. That's a huge Ultron buff. Bro, what? How big is 6 meters? That is a lot. That is a shit ton. Okay. We need to go to... I think it's healthier. Okay. So right now, if we use our ult, this shouldn't hit, right? This is a 3 meter spell radius. Does that mean if I hit here, that's gonna hit? Is that right? Is that right? Because like this is 3 meters away and it's hitting. So this is 6 meters away. That's gonna hit? It's radius? It is radius, right? Increase from a 3 meter radius to a 6 meter radius. That's 12 meters of ult. So that means if I'm looking here, right? If I'm looking at this spot, it's going to do damage from here to there.
Those beings appear to be hostile.
I have the Firefox on. Guys, it's going to be, if I'm aiming at this spot here, that means it's going to go from here to here. By ulting this. That is insanity. Sounds like each drone shot has its own sweet spot with a 50% fall off. Okay. Dude, what? Okay, so there's two things that we're looking at. Let me bring up my drawing. So if we're aiming right here, right? This is our cursor. Right now, the way it does damage is it's like 3 meters. It's like this. Apart from bad drawing. There's two ways we can read this. It's either going to be this. Right? It's either going to be this. Or it's going to be, what is it, like 5? Like this. Right? Either way, this is insane. If we look, how many is it? Yeah, there's 4 other robots. Now, which one is better? I mean, this is a huge buff to Ultron. His ult is like actually already pretty darn good. I think people just don't really use it very well. You also can get it extremely quickly, especially with the ult charge nurse, like just compared to other ults. You can damage with the ult with the right click. Is that right? Yeah. Granting them increased speed and damage. Yeah. So if you... So here, we'll do without damage boost, right? So that's like 8 shots. So then now if we do the damage boost first... It didn't go off. We get the damage boost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 7 instead of 8. Interesting. I think Ultron's gonna be good. Team up abilities adjusted or removed. Guardian of the Deep, Venom and Jeff, and Hela. Even the Goddess of Death and Ravenous Symbiote have to admit that Jeff's healing hugs were getting a little too powerful. We're dialing back the extra bulk for this aquatic alliance. Reduce excessive... Oh, I thought it was removed. They're adjusting it. Reduce excess healing converted to bonus health from 100 to 50. Reduce healing efficiency from 70 to 60. This is stuff you almost never see anyway. But it is interesting. New, and then that's the new team up. Okay. All right, so overall for this patch, I don't know. I have to look. If we want to give this a letter grade, this is an A for sure. Emma is just like a C. Deadpool, I would put this as like a D. I don't think Deadpool was this broken. I think this is way too much. I think he's gonna be completely gone. Even though I don't like seeing Deadpool in my games, I think he's just dead. Penny, I think this is like a D minus. Wasn't Deadpool the best tank in the game? Yeah, but he wasn't oppressive. Penny, I think this is a D minus patch for Penny because it makes the things that are annoying to play against Penny better, and it doesn't help Penny anyway. It doesn't fix any of the problems because again, like, Penny is a character design problem. So this just makes the character design problem worse. This is kind of nice for the Penny players, which is nice, but like, yeah. Like this part, nice. This, just bad. Elsa, this is good, but way too much. So I would put it in like a C+. It's in the right direction, but it's too much. Torch, I still think this is a good change. I know the majority of Torch players are out there rioting. I know I'm in the minority. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna put my word out, and we'll see what happens. I think this is a good change. I give this like a depending on numbers, I'd give this like a B+. If the numbers actually line, I'd give this an A. Bucky, this is like a C+. This is a step in the right direction. I'll say B-. This is a step in the right direction, but again, this is just way too much. Bucky's going to be completely useless. Adam, I think that's fine. It's kind of a nothing burger. I don't think it actually addresses the problem for Adam players at low elo. C&D, I don't like C&D in the game, but this is definitely gonna kill her. I put this as like a D. I don't think it's maybe it's a C. It's like a C. Jeff, I think this change is good. This is like a A. I'll give that an A. Luna, this is fine. B. Ultron, I need to see this in game before I rate it. This needs to happen in game. So overall, I'd give this patch like a C-. Still just not there yet. We're moving in the wrong directions for a lot of characters. We're moving in the right directions for a few. It's a 0.5 season patch. So anyway, that's it for this YouTube video. Long one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. God bless. See you in the next one. Bye.